Okay. In part 4, I've glued that bottom panel in place and trimmed it so that it roughly follows the contour of the fuselage. And this is how it turned out after sanding. Pretty good. I've also added some balsa filler, some of these bigger holes. This is for the rear rubber band peg. These two are for landing struts. And this one, and there's a space up here on this end, are for wing struts. The other thing I did was add this center support piece, which the main wing is supposed to rest on. I don't think that's a authentic strut area on the real plane, but as part of the kit, it was called for. It was a solid piece. I decided to cut it out to make it more strut looking. Also, I finished the cowling, which was that stiff paper glued to the first two formers that go in front of the nose former. And I made some spacers out of scrap balsa that I glued inside the cowling so that it wouldn't be pulled too far onto the fuselage under the tension of the rubber band. So those are those standoffs there. And let's see what else. This piece, which I had to trim quite a bit to get it to fit properly, is slotted because it fits right down on top of that center strut support like this. Well, like this. There we go. Glues in place like that. And then the cowling comes and meets that, covers up that seam. Stops right about there. So there's that. I also started to add some markings and some filler to some of these big spots that were gaping holes. I'll wind up adding some filler to this too after I glue it in place on top of this wing, but you can see there's just so much play in there. So something like that. So, getting close.